Peace. No sleep. What's good? What's good? I got some shit I'm gonna crack the sky with today. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm back live. You know, I was doing that on the Killer Fifth joint. That got erased or whatever, you feel me? So we built this channel up. About to give it to you live again. Alright, so where should I start at? Listen, you know what I mean? I got topics. I got stuff that I wrote, you know what I mean? So I won't lose track of what I want to say. And let me just give an introduction real quick about Bag Life Shirts. So, y'all know I deal with the music, of course, but at the same time, it's like we deal with clothing as well. I have currently 3 clothing lines that I specifically deal with, but I also have you know, I do a service for people as well, you know what I mean? So if a person wants shirts done, you know, stuff like that or whatever, shit, I even put stuff on your sunglasses, glasses, you know what I'm saying, do decals, whatever, you know what I mean? So we got that business going on too, you feel me? So at this point, it's like, oh dang, my fault. We also have a website, baglifedynasty.wordpress.com. That's doing well. We do light marketing for people, you know what I'm saying, that we feel as though are being productive, that needs extra attention. We also do, you know, pretty much spotlights on certain individuals, maybe, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that we do just all around the board, you know what I mean? So web, clothes, music, you know what I mean? So we pretty much well-rounded with a lot of stuff. Peace. What's good? So, Tay, what's good? Alright, so listen, so look, right? So, I'm just gonna hop straight into everything or whatever. A lot of memes, a lot of posts, right, be going on, and I be like, I look at stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really, I comment, I like or whatever, but you know, sometimes I just like to just take some time to address a lot of stuff, because a lot of stuff just be sounding one-sided, right? And we be doing a lot of things backwards, right? So I figure, peace. I'm good. Tay, I'm good. That's what's up. How you feeling? You know what I mean? Hope all is well with you. Everybody safe in your family. You know what I'm saying? There's some stuff out here, you feel me? So try to stay, you know what I'm saying, like healthy, you know what I mean? Like exercise, do black seed oil. I take silver and gold, you know what I mean? With black seed oil. I'm gonna try to get to the chlorophyll as well. And you know, I'm vegan now, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm pretty much there, you know what I mean? So yeah, just try to keep your vibration high, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but like I was saying, I see a lot of stuff, right? And it's like a lot of stuff that I see when it comes to the black male and female relationships, because this is what I'm gonna jump into first, you know what I'm saying? And I might get into some religion and stuff like that or whatever. But all right, so this is the way it works, right? Like, so male and female relationships. So I'm noticing that there's a lot of hostility between the two. Like, it's a lot of abuse that's been taking place inside of relationships, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, I just want to touch on just let's just talk about respect, you know what I'm saying? And if you a lady or a guy that goes to church, for example, let's just say you get into a disagreement, you know what I mean, and all that good stuff, I mean all that bad stuff, right? And you cussing each other out, calling each other foul names, the B's, the FU's, and all that, or whatever, right? Now, the adrenaline is up, you feel me? But at the same time, it's like both parties know that that's wrong. Now, my thing is, it's like, it's a way that we can discuss our problems without being what's the word I'm looking for? It's a way for us to discuss our problems without having to put each other down, without having to be violent towards one another, right? The whole problem, when you have a problem, is called the misunderstanding. So misunderstandings come from a lack of knowledge because somebody don't know something, right? So if we in a relationship together, then that means that we have to be each other's strength where we're weak at. Now let's pause right there for a minute. Being each other's strength. Think about how deep that is. So if you see a person failing in an area, it's your job to uplift that person that you're with. Now, how many of us can actually say that that's what we do? Do we actually do that, or do we start to have an ego trip and start contrasting and comparing, you know what I'm saying? Well, I do it like this, and you know what I'm saying? So that becomes a problem. And then the other person might say, well, you think you know everything, or you perfect, or you know, stuff like that or whatever. And things become very sour after a while. You might make up, but if you keep going through that, it's like, yo, like, it's not good, because that energy is still stay on you. You know what I'm saying? You can still feel that vibration. So there's a standard. There should be a standard set in place. That means that somebody should be in the know. You know what I'm saying? Like, both parties should have some type of understanding about how a relationship works. Now, watch this. A lot of this stuff comes from home. So you're supposed to see your mother and your father interact with each other and see how, you know, each other treats each other in a relationship. You feel me now? So if we don't have an abundance of this taking place, we have a lot of static, a lot of negative situations because we're trying to enter into things that we really don't understand. You feel me? So when you're getting into a relationship, first job before you even get into a relationship is to have a relationship with yourself. If you don't know and understand yourself, then how can you care for someone else if you really don't understand what you got to do for yourself? I mean, let's be real, right? So you're in a relationship and somebody might need you mentally there to take care of whatever, to help ease the pain. But if you don't understand yourself and you have it within yourself that, you know, you have low self-esteem or something, you know what I mean, that might be preventing you or holding you back, right? Somebody wants advice from you and you'll try to give advice, but that's the blind leading the blind, you feel me? So it has to be a standard in place. So where do these standards come from? So I'm going to take it to Christianity first. So a lot of women out here running around, going to church, this, that, and the third or whatever, right? And they complain about their men all the time. He don't want to do this, Rev, this, that, and the third. Yeah, I'm about to make the sky crack now. So listen. So you have these women, he don't want to do right, this, that, and the third, right? Okay, fine. And I got something for the brothers too, so don't get comfortable. But my thing is starting with the woman first. Listen, what is a virtuous woman? Let's start there. Before you start complaining, ask yourself, are you a virtuous woman? Let me check my notes. And I want to make sure I do this right and exact. As right as possible. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Hold up. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check this out. Okay. Proverbs 31, 10 through 31. King James, right? Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Her price is far above rubies. That's deep right there. Okay, secondly, I'm going to move down because I'm not going to read them all in order. Because you can go into Proverbs 31 and check out 10 through 31 for yourself. All right, so check this out. It says, 25, strength and honor are her clothing. Strength and honor are her clothing, right? Then you get down to 30. It says, favor is deceitful, and beware. And beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised, right? So I'm saying this, man. These qualities that are in, you know what I'm saying, Proverbs 31, a lot of women, I don't see them being as virtuous that go to the church. I really don't. And, there's a thing about being real with the whole situation of spirituality, period. And then you got to be real with yourself with inside of that spiritual thing that you call whatever, right? So here we go. If you're not trying to be a virtuous woman, what are you doing inside of the Christian religion in the first place? Women, right? And half the stuff that I see these women do, come on, yo. You got these dudes that tolerate a lot of stuff because they don't know no better. And a lot of these dudes is operating off their lower self in the first place. So, let's just be real about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole other topic. But, peace, Ellen. But listen. Oh, yeah. And, let me see. Wait a minute. I'm going to say, what's it? BOMR 1218. I'm just going to call you 1218. Peace. So look, right? All right, so dealing with the virtuous woman, I'm just saying, let's be real. How are you a virtuous woman and you call your man all kinds of names in an argument, and then you want to smash out, bust the windows, slash tires, so forth and so on? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, at the end of the day, before we can start pointing the finger at somebody else and thinking that we are holy and so forth and so on, what are we doing? Are we upholding our titles? Are we doing what we supposed to do before we start saying somebody else not doing what they supposed to do? Let's be real. So there's a lot of people out here playing victim, calling themselves victims and all that, right? And I'm just like, look, right? Listen, first off, if you get into a relationship, so this is the ancestral way. And I don't deal with no religions or anything of that nature, right? I deal with what my ancestors deal with. I say deal with, not dealt with. So what I'm saying is, it's the law of one. So if you say you want a husband, you have to become one with that man, and that man has to become one with you, right? So you have same thought, same movement, same ways and actions. You reflect. Feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like a virtuous woman has to also find herself a virtuous man. Because one that's not virtuous, that's unbalanced, right? But I'm gonna get to that later on. But what I'm saying is about this virtuous woman, or about just being, together, period. You have to become one. And if you're not ready to become one, what are you in a relationship for? Really. So all this, I'm with him for this, that, and the third, and all the things that he can do for me. Let me ask you a question. What are you really bringing to the table? Let's get real. Do you have a business? Are you starting a business? And if you do have a business, or if you think about starting a business, how long do you think you're going to be able to maintain that, and what are you doing it for? You feel me? So most people, well, I can't say most people, but I'm going to say some successful people. The reason why, or one of the reasons why they're successful is because they do it unselfishly. Like they didn't try to get a business because they want a Benz. They didn't try to get a business or want a business because they want the biggest fat chain and all that other type stuff. They said they want to free their family. They want to feed their family. They want to make sure that their generations to come don't have to work for people. You feel me? They want to be independent. So is your mind like that? Or are you just a shopper? You know what I mean? Are you just, here just to spend money? And then in terms of cooking, you know what I'm saying? In terms of cooking, a lot of females don't want to cook for real, for real. You feel me now? But at the same time, you still talking about Jesus this and God that, but you're not a virtuous woman. And that's why you having these problems, sis. Right? And then it's a lot of high influx of females calling themselves queens, yo. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Queen is a mentality. But if you do the etymology of the word queen, it just means that you are the king's hoe. You just a hoe. You know what I mean? That's what you are. You royal power you. You know what I'm saying? You royal power you. That's it. But you want to call yourself something, call yourself an empress. But once again, all this stuff is a mentality. You feel me? So, you know, we like to put titles on ourselves and things of that nature, but we don't necessarily fit them either. So I'm just saying, you know, it's just too much sometimes, like all the complaining and you're not really doing anything yourself to help better yourself. How educated are you? And I ain't talking about you gotta have a degree. How many books have you read? What type of books are you reading? Like, let's be real with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's really. Oh, goddess too? Yes, goddess. Most definitely, that's a mindset. You listen, if you out here for real, you calling these strippers black queens and all that other type stuff, and you know what I mean? I'm trying not to curse for real, because oh Lord. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, listen. You keep giving, like, listen, dudes, my dudes, you keep giving titles to people that don't deserve these joints because of your lower self. Let me get into these dudes real quick. So, my dudes, you want a female to respect you, so forth and so on. And you want a respectful female. But you're not helping them be respectful, and you're not helping them be honest with themselves either. Listen, y'all, I don't care what y'all say, right? And I understand about certain things, right? But there's a time and a place for everything, and we got to move away from certain things once we get certain information. So I'm going to tell you, it's a spiritual understanding as well. Yes, everything I'm talking right now is actually really spiritual. Because this is all dealing with the higher self. I'm trying to get people not to be in the lower self in order to move forward. You feel me? And the lower self tells a woman, yeah, I'm going to buy that hair that you wasn't born with. Let's start there. Why are you helping her destroy herself? Why are you helping her not like herself or not love herself? Right? Why are you encouraging that shit? Pardon self. Why are you encouraging that though? But see, that's what we do. And we don't think that that's a problem, but it really is, because you got this woman who was the first woman on the planet, right? Trying to emulate women that are far away after her existence. Other women are the beauty standard, right? That she's trying to follow, which is backwards. You feel me? So if you know your history correctly, the black woman is first. That's just the way that it works, yo. She's a portal that we come through, right? Think about how deep this is. Melanin, right? We talk about carbon, right? She possessed that, right? So at the same time, it's just like we dealing with a high science right here. And she's been manipulated to not understand that she's the first of every and anything. So my thing is, it's just like, yo, come on, like, how do you find yourself for her to be on a stripper pole? How do you find yourself for her not to be 3/4 and all that other type stuff, right? You don't mind your woman out here being half-ass naked, you feel me? You don't mind none of that, you feel me? But you're sending out mixed signals. You got her wanting to look like she's from India. You got her looking like she's from Europe. You got her looking like she's from Asia, well, China, right? Stuff like that. You got her out here crazy, right? So if she don't look like herself, how she gonna think how she's supposed to think? That's just the way that it works. This is all basic science that I'm dropping right now. So it's like, black man, you gotta get yourself together before the black woman can get herself together. But unfortunately, throughout history, it seems like black women have always been saving us every time we get ourselves in a rut, for real, and have to bring civilizations back. You heard me? Civilizations back. So at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man. She's very powerful. A lot of you dudes get up and don't even know why you want to look fresh and spend money for this, that, and the third. It's to attract her. She has the true power that we don't have. They know how to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could just start a little pop-up shop and get bread. Most dudes don't have that. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm just like, look, she confused, she competing. You got the black woman wanting to be a stripper. Like, that's the thing to do. Like, what's wrong with y'all, yo? Real talk, what's wrong with y'all? And then you want this woman to raise your children. And then you're going to start a whole cycle of this crap again. That's not proper mathematics. It's not. It is what it is, though. Now, I'm not saying I'm super God or none of that. You feel me? I ain't saying none of that. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying, from my experiences, from the things that I study, right? I got facts to back up what I have to say. If you don't have self-respect for yourself, you're not going to respect nobody else. Your woman going to call you all kinds of crazy this and crazy that and tell you to do whatever, you feel me? Because she don't respect you. Why? Because you haven't stepped up and taken your throne, black man. It's just what it is. And then a lot of you turn a lot of good women into queens. Into queens, yo. Come on, yo. Like, listen, yo. We on higher waves of consciousness over here. Seriously. And I am not saying that I wasn't at 85%. I'm not saying that I haven't done anything wrong. So let me throw that out there, because I've done some wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like, I feel bad about that. I woke up, and that's what it means to be woke. When you realize all that crap that you did and so forth and so on or whatever, I had to do shadow work on myself. Right? So at the end of the day, it's like, you got to atone, black man. You got to start with yourself if you want the seeds to be right. You got to be able to choose properly, to cultivate, to procreate, right? You got to know yourself. And when I say knowledge of self, I'm not just talking about like, you got to have knowledge of self because we from Africa and you got to know your homeland. No. You're a melanated being and you're supposed to eat a certain way, right? You got to think about that. Lactose intolerant, right? You got to think about this. So we eating another person's diet because we've been in a system, we've been indoctrinated in a system that is ruled by another party. And we participants in the party. And that's just the way that it works. So if you understand what the party is, you pull yourself out the party and then you start the detox. You have to detox mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because what's right for them ain't always right for every and anybody else. So I'm just saying, like, you gotta vibrate and fly right, yo. Like, you, like, listen, like all this money talk and all that. First off, if you don't have your own business, shut the up, for real. Shut the up. You feel me? If you're not, you know what I'm saying, in a position where you independent, shut up. I'm serious. I'm tired of people acting like they really got their ish together. You can't pass down a job. You can't. You can work for the government, get this buku, this, that, and the third, and when you pass away, your family still has to pay for what? What did you leave behind? Except for what's going out in the yard sale. So you can't pass the job down. So stop acting like y'all got it together. Be humble, please. If you didn't have a Benz when you came out the womb and you was riding the bus, the same person that was riding the bus, you should have that same mentality when you get the big whip. Be humble. That's the problem. It's too many things out here right now that's distracting, and we living backwards, yo. Half of you don't even have stock. Investments, invest, learn about that stuff. You talking about money. It's too many of y'all talking about you got money, but you got to pay your car payment. I know people right now that got more money than the people that I see that got the big whips and so forth and so on. And these people driving humble cars with no payment. So what are you talking about? Buying Birkin bags and you got to go to work? Red bottoms and you got to go to work? Come on, yeah. And you don't got no stock. Please buy all the Porsches, please, because I got money in I got money in the stock in Porsche. I got stock in Porsche. So please buy it. Buy Porsche. Yeah. Get your money up. But you can't be a boss or a boss chick, a boss, whatever y'all want to be, yo. And y'all playing with basic math. You don't even do basic mathematics for real. Then y'all be up here talking all this polygamy shit. I mean, part self. Talking all this polygamy. When has polygamy ever saved us? When is polygamy and how is it going to save us, yo? Somebody give me the statistics on polygamy and show me how it's going to help us, yo. Once again, that's the lower self talking. I got 2 women and we going to help raise these children, right? Listen, yo. Let me explain something to y'all, yo. We was enslaved here, and they had breeding farms. So a lot of this hypersexuality that we have, a lot of hyper-aggressiveness that we have, this is the after effects of slavery. But y'all so knowledgeable, though. Come on, man. Come on. Be real with yourself. You say you got knowledge. Let's start with slavery, yo. What happened to us at the slavery? Did a whole bunch of us go get mental therapy? Did we go get some psychoanalyzations going on about ourselves at the slavery? No. So the average black family mentally is not altogether 100% or even 85% of that. So what are y'all talking about? We got a lot of people out here that's fronting and faking and thinking that money is going to solve everything. Yo, I'm like the Joker for real.